Welcome. We are live. If you are watching this on the video form, um, audio does come out later on today in case you want to catch the sponsorship and all that. But let me tell you guys about the video sponsor. Right here, right there, boom. See that little website right there? That is the official TCLive website. You can go check that out. You see all the past podcasts we've had. Plus, we had something new. You can go watch every single documentary original that we have. That's from Living Live, the documentary about Trent Chapel Live, to the Jefferson series, and coming soon, the Inside the Musical World. We have a lot to talk about. But first, let me promo everything. You can also listen for all your video listeners. Audio is available. We have it on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, Spotify, all of them. Plus now the website, which you can also go download every episode on the website too. So that's pretty cool. I don't know why I keep hitting the desk. Um, we also have live streams. Every live stream will be on the Trenton Chapel Live Facebook page, and then we will be putting every single video form on YouTube when it's done. We also got my big return. I know we're live on Facebook. We're doing great. But I want to tell you guys what we have been doing while I've been taking a break from YouTube to focus on my new documentary, Inside the Musical World. I want to talk about that. We're going to be talking about Logan Paul versus KSI, Disney Plus, and we'll go on from there. So let us jump into the new documentary, Inside the Musical World. I started this documentary October 31st, so Halloween, and we are going great. We're doing great. Working with some great people, a great crew. But it's getting there. I'll be releasing the upload date sometime in Thanksgiving. We will not have a trailer for this one, but I think it'll be okay. Let's talk about what you will be expecting in this documentary. We're basically, the whole documentary is about the musical world, what goes on behind the scenes, how artists get their beat, write their lyrics, all mix it, put it together, make it sound like music. And on the other side, we'll be talking about the drama behind the musical world, which I won't get into that right now. Just expect it when it comes out. But I've been working with some great people. My cameraman, Breck Wilson, he's been a huge help with me. Because it's in some parts where I'm holding the camera, it doesn't look as good, but once I give it to him, everything's going smoothly. Kayla Kubaluka, shout out to him. He's the beat maker. What a great guy. I really got to know him a lot more during this whole experience filming this documentary. Who else? I think that's pretty much it for right now. That I'll say. I don't know if I'll add in what else happened in through it, but a lot has been going on for this past month. November has been crazy. October has been crazy because I've been trying to get this documentary out there, trying to produce it and direct it, and also star in it. But we're going great. Everything's going great. I'm loving it. Glad you made your bed. Sorry, I'm also looking at the chat on Facebook. By the way, if you're watching this, you can go chat with us. Shout out to my mom. She's watching the stream. Yes, Mom, I made my bed. Audio listeners are not going to get anything we're going to be talking about. But I'm very excited to get this documentary out there sometime in December. My goal day is the 18th. That's my goal. But I don't want to release it anytime after December 21st. I don't want that to be those days. But yeah, that's been November. um, what else has been going on? Also, that happened in November. Let's talk about this. Logan Paul versus KSI. Now, if you're my parents, you are getting annoyed by this because that's all I've been talking about from the build up. Um, I was so interested in this fight because they fought before, I think last year in the UK, and they got a tie, and it was kind of not cool because people who paid for that didn't really want to see a tie. They wanted to see a knockout. Well, in this one, I'm pretty much just gonna go by what happened. Um, in this one, there was no knockout, sadly, but there was a winner. We had that. We had a winner. The first round, Logan Paul went in strong. Let me see if I can bring something up. Logan Paul versus KSI 2. Let me look at the highlights. Highlights. There we go. All right, we're going to be going over the all right. It's loading up. Also, one thing I did not like about this fight was that you had to get a monthly subscription to actually watch it on DAZN. I actually liked it better when it was live on YouTube. But that's just my opinion. I don't know if people actually cared for it. I don't know why, but I'm looking over my Facebook one and it's a little laggy today. Let me check my phone. But everything's been going on. I guess I ended up winning, which I'm all glad for. I actually don't like Logan Paul. I feel like he should, if he have won, he would want people to forget what happened. But I think he needs to have that on him. He did a terrible, terrible thing for showing that dead body in the forest. I'm sorry, and I feel like with KSI winning, he can from there, from a rematch, KSI won, and he has that. Now, one thing that made me angry, I won't show it, was that they were asked, "Are you gonna be doing these again?" And Logan Paul's like, "Yeah, I will. I think no one should box anymore. I think YouTube boxing's done. We should be done and over with that. We need to stop doing YouTube boxing." But congrats to the winner, KSI. He did good. Clap, clap. Congrats to Logan Paul for standing up with that fight. Clap, clap. Let's move on to the morning show. The morning show. If it's an Apple original. I got to watch the first 5 episodes of it, and let me tell you, it's one. I think I'm not gonna tell you guys too much about it. But I'll tell you the main premise of the show. I got my notes right here, ready for the show, because this show has twists and turns everywhere. Okay. All right, so the morning show, it stars Jennifer Aniston as Alex Levy, Steve Carell as Mitch Kessler, and Reese Witherspoon as Bradley Jackson. Now, let me tell you, that cast right there is a great cast. I love Jennifer Aniston. I honestly, she's in this, as her role in this for the morning show, she is the best character in the show. 100%, because you feel bad for her, but then you also want her to like get fired. But let me tell you some backstory about the morning show. The morning show is a morning show for the news station that they work at, and the first episode shows Mitch Kessler getting fired for sexual misconduct, and it takes place during the whole #MeToo moment, and where women are standing now getting the word out about workplace sexual misconduct, rape, and all that. And that's really what it talks about in this whole series. and it shows the reaction on both sides, like the workplace and the guy that it happens to, and it shows that a lot of people are affected, not just the main person being accused. Um, but like it really grows on you. Mitch Kessler, you start feeling bad for him at some points, but then at the same time you don't like him. During the whole show, you have like an unnerving feeling about him now that you know what he is, but you also have a feeling where maybe he's innocent. It's your mind is being juggled through this entire show, and you're constantly trying to figure out, all right, who's in the blame, who's not in the blame, because maybe Mitch Kessler's innocent, but the news station isn't. Maybe they set this up to get rid of him. And once he got fired, uh, this girl came in. Reese Witherspoon's character, Bradley Jackson, comes in and pretty much, out of the blue, at an award show, Alex Levy, Jennifer Aniston, says, "Oh, she's my new co-host," out of nowhere, and everybody starts freaking out. And now Bradley Jackson's a co-host on the morning show. And honestly, Bradley Jackson is trying to break down what's going on. She's new here. Everybody's confused what's going on, and she wants to know what's going on with the whole Mitch Kessler incident. Um, the show, it shows a lot of drama. It's drama, obviously, but it shows the real life, like real events. It's not based on a true story. I'm talking about like it talks about a real life TV broadcasting situation where the workplace that they live in, like everybody's stressed out. Like there's constantly f bombs going around because they're so stressed out about getting this broadcast done, getting this interview to work right, getting everything done for this. And I appreciate that because that's where I'm going into pretty much, and it shows what's about to happen. But all in all, it's a great show. I highly recommend it if you want to get. The only downsides is that you have to get an Apple TV, Apple whatever account, which honestly isn't worth it just for that show. But it's a great show all in all, and I highly recommend it. Um, let's also talk about something else. Hang on, my live stream is glitching out a little bit. Let me make sure we're still live. We are still live. That's good. We're good. We're having fun. We're having fun on Church Chapel live stream. All right. Let's go into which one's gonna take a little bit longer. Since we're talking about streaming, let's go into Disney Plus. Disney, you did great. Oh, did you guys hear that? Disney Plus, honestly, great job with Disney Plus. I love Disney Plus. I appreciate what you guys did with it. Disney Plus is honestly one of the greatest things to happen to streaming. If you guys don't know what Disney Plus is, I think I talked about it in a way back episode. It has Pixar, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and Nat Geo. Um, uh, but they also have originals like The Mandalorian, which we'll get into, the live action Lady and the Tramp, a bunch of other great originals like The World According to Jeff Goldblum, which I have not watched yet, which I want to. It's also cool though because they have all the old like 40s cartoons of Mickey Mouse and stuff. I just watched one last night because I had nothing else to watch. It was Chef Donald, where he's trying to make waffles, but it goes terribly wrong. But hang on, let me put this computer over here to sleep real quick. But it's a great service, and the only one thing I wish that Disney Plus added was when you watch like a series, it saves what episode you're on. Like for instance, if you're watching Wizards of Waverly Place and you're on episode 14 of season 1, it won't save it for you. You have to go search back. scroll down to episode 14, click on it. Like Netflix, it kind of saves where you're at, but that's the only thing I would fix. Um, One thing I do want to talk about, we're about to switch over to the switch over to the screen over here. Let me just get this up ready. Let me get this article ready. By the way, I'm sorry for all these ads that's about to pop up. We are not sponsored by them, but they had to get this out. All right, let's switch over to the screen. All right, so this is actually a real thing. Here are 5 movies Disney Plus has put a cultural warning on. Now, cultural warning meaning like, oh, sorry for racist stuff, stereotyping. Let's talk about these. So, you got Dumbo from 1941. Contains scenes of a group of cigar-smoking crows, the leader being Jim Crow, referring to the racist segregation law of the South, and the voice of a white and voiced by a white actor. Dumbo, I get why Dumbo gets one for Jim Crow. But again, it was 1941. I mean, I'll go on my whole debate about this, but let's head back over. Peter Pan, 1953, has been criticized for the way its Native American characters were portrayed, including when they sing the song "What Made the Red Man Red," and for the way the white characters are appropriate headdress with appropriate headdress and apparel. Sorry for that little mix-up right there. Lady and the Tramp. Now this one shocked me. 1955, featuring a pair of Siamese cats that sing the Siamese cat song in a stereotypical Asian voice. The Jungle Book, 1967, has been criticized for the orangutans, which are seen as a racist, basically being racist towards black people. And the Aristocats, in 1970, has also been condemned for its Siamese cats, which play the piano and talks about Asian food in a stereotypical accent. Also, here's these right here. The Three Caballeros. I've never even heard of that one. Pinocchio, Hercules, and the Sword and the Stone use drugs and smoke, and there's also smoking in them. I knew this one wasn't gonna make it. Songs of the South. That's not even on the app. But I feel like those, you can go look at those dates again. They're made back way then. I mean, if you're still getting offended to them, then don't get Disney Plus. I'm sorry. Disney should not have to go out of their way to make sure that you are okay. I just saw my mom's thing. I am offended. Well, if you're offended, then don't watch it. Sorry. If you don't appreciate the hard work it was to animate everything, hire actors, do all this, because I know what that field is. It's a hard field. But if you're just going to get offended over that, then don't get the app. Don't watch them. I mean, we are not trying to ruin your time. You are ruining your time of watching these great original cartoons. And remember, they're kid cartoons. Who cares? I mean, there's so much stuff going on right now. There's also the Friends debacle with homophobia, which, looking back at it, that was their time. It was made in the 90s, and yes, we had gay people, but like, that was the thing. Now we fixed ourselves, but yes, but like, we shouldn't have to worry about it anymore. I'm honestly kind of curious. When was this one? I don't want to play any of the songs because I don't want to get copyrighted. I knew about the Jungle Book one. That one was kind of obvious. I don't remember the Aristocats one. Peter Pan, I think I know what that one's talking about. But these are just 5 out of all the original ones. Let's see if they have any more up here. Oh, here we go. Well, alright, let me show this. So, Twitter user pointed out to the Warner Bros., which owns Looney Tunes, has its own share of racist content and acknowledged with a strong warning than Disney. Yeah, Looney Tunes was racist. They were racist, but I think I could. What was that one? Uh, where he paints himself. I think there's one where he paints himself black. But that's all I want to talk about with the content warnings. I feel like if you don't want to get offended, and you know that all these original ones made way back in the day, way back. I'm talking like before probably most of you guys were born. Then don't watch them. Don't watch them if you're gonna get offended that much. Don't watch them if you're gonna cry over it. Don't watch it if you're gonna feel that way. Just don't watch them. Let the people who actually want to enjoy these things from their childhood enjoy it. Okay? All right, let's talk about something good out of Disney Plus, The Mandalorian. My dad has been constantly begging me to watch this show, and I watched the first 2 episodes. That's all we have right now. All I could say is holy crap. The Mandalorian. Let me pull up this right here. The Mandalorian right here, a lone gunfighter makes his way through the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. From Disney Plus, budget $120 million. Gosh. The show is written by Jon Favreau, which, if you guys don't know him, he plays what's his character? He's in Avengers. He's Happy. He's Happy in Avengers. He directed the live action Lion King. He's a great guy, and a good writer too. Like, when you watch this, I feel like he got inspiration from watching old westerns. Honestly, when you watch it, you'll get that feeling too of an old western show. And I'm not mad about that. That's honestly kind of cool. If I wanted to be specific, it reminds me more of a Clint Eastwood character, a silent hero kind of thing, where he doesn't talk as much, but he's still badass in every which way. But all in all, this is a great show. I don't want to give out too much. I don't want to spoil it. I want you guys to go watch it. But I will mention that you see a bunch of old characters in the show. But I don't want to mention a new one because it's actually kind of cool. And it honestly subscribed me. Yeah. All right. Okay, we'll talk about this and then we'll go into book review. Just Dance 2020. Let's talk about them real quick. This will shock you. Okay? So let's switch over to the screen. All right, Just Dance 2020 just released November 5th for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Wii, and also the Google Stadia. I can't believe this one, the Wii. The Wii, the thing hasn't been used in years. But just wait. I'm not gonna play any of these songs because I don't want to get copyrighted. But it has 7 Rings by Ariana Grande. This one pisses me off. Baby Shark. Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Which is the one that I would know. Old Town Road, Lil Nas X. Wow. But yeah, that's pretty much all I would know. But let's talk about the sales. Let's talk about these sales real quick. Okay. So let's read this right here. Sales. Now this is on Wikipedia, but I can probably go find something. Just Dance 2020 debuted at number 15 in the UK. With the Nintendo Switch version accounting for 55% of the sales. All right. Let's skip over this one. PlayStation 4 had a 14% of sales. Xbox One had a 10% sale. All right. The Nintendo Wii had 21% sales, beating out PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Holy crap. I think that's very, very cool. For a system that hasn't really been used much in the previous years, I think their store closed down in 2008, beginning of 2018. But to hear that they're making Just Dance for it, it's kind of funny, not gonna lie. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I love how it beat new gen with 14% for PlayStation 4 and 10% for Xbox One. I think that's absolutely hilarious. Um, but yes. All right. Anything else? Oh, let me tell you guys about this. Let me show you guys the website. Here's the website. Look how beautiful this website looks. And ignore the Wix thing. I'm trying to get the domain name. But look how beautiful this is. The front page is simple. Trin Chapel, host of TCL, TCLive. Look how beautiful it is. We have all the links here. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel right here. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Apple, Spotify. Oh my gosh. Look how beautiful it is right here. Look at that. If you click the episode tabs. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is so cool. Look at that. Ready? You ready for this? Oh yeah, shows every episode of Trin Chapel Live from Michael Washington's re-release. So cool. So cool. Oh, you want more? You want more? Click on the documentaries tab. Click on the documentary tab right here. Let it load. You get this little thing saying Inside the Musical World coming soon. And then what's also pretty cool is once it's loading, you get all 3 parts of the Jefferson, Texas series, plus Going Undercover, Martin Student News Mystery, and Living Live. What more do you want? Another cool thing is you get the About. We won't show that one. But if you go over to episodes, I want to check this out real quick. Because I just discovered this one last night. You click on this one right here. I hope it doesn't start playing. Okay. It won't. If you click this little button right here, I'm not going to click it because I'm going to tell you what it's about. Let me hover over that. It says download. Guys, you can go download every episode. It helps us out at the show here. And you get to keep it on it when you guys don't have really good internet. How cool is that? I love how I'm just sitting here just like promoting everything. But yeah, that's the website. Go check it out. There is no membership fee. It's not even like Netflix. Like, what more do you want? What more do you want in a website where you don't have to pay a monthly subscription fee? You can just go on it and watch all the originals for free. All the podcasts are free. Don't even have to get a pro member. Go check out the website. It's right here. Go check that out. Go check that out. And yes, it says Wixsite right in the middle of it because I haven't paid for it. But it's free. Why not? Go check it out. It's right there. It's going to be here the entire time. Sorry, my little... But go check it out. It's right there. Go check it out. It's a cool website. All right. Now let's get into book review. I'm excited about this one. All right. Book review. I got 5 books right here. Boom. Now I'm going to talk about the ones. Let's talk about The Island of Dr. Moreau. All right, spoiler warning for everything. By the way, I won't try to spoil everything, but The Island of Dr. Moreau. Also, before I start, I want to mention this in the description on the YouTube. On YouTube, you'll get the entire book club link to where you guys can go click and order these books. Go check these out. This one's a very short read. Look at that one. Look at that. Let me see how many pages. Of the actual story, 104 pages. 104 pages. All right. The Island of Dr. Moreau. Let me tell you guys about this one. I mean, the book was all right. I got very bored in the beginning of it, but I wanted to finish it. It starts off very bland. It's a letter, and he talks about, oh, I'm going to this island, and what it starts picking up speed. I think chapter 5 when they meet Dr. Maru, and there's comedy in here. There's okay. It's about it's about this doctor turning people into animals. How it's pretty cool. You meet a character. I think what's his name? I think it's like Catman or something. It's been a while since I've read this. I read this at the end of October. But you meet a character named like Catman or something, and he's very. I mean, there's not much to talk about it. I want to talk about more about these other ones over here. But if I had to rate this one, it would be a buy it, read it, and then just put it up. But if I had to rate it, it'd probably be a 5 out of 10. That's what I'm gonna give this one. Eva's over here just taking a nap. Eva, let me give Eva a little thing over here. Co-host alert. There's Eva. Alright, you go back to sleep. She honestly hates me. Next book I read. This one was honestly one of my favorites. It is with the story and ending at the story. It's 340 pages long. It's Treasure Island. You could cheat your way out of this and go watch the movie, but the book, it has so much more in it. If you like adventure books, oh my gosh, I'm sorry about hitting that microphone. If you like adventure books and pirates and treasure hunting, then this is the book for you. Honestly, I think a bunch of people have read it. This is a classic. It's written by Robert Louis Stevenson. It's a good book. I honestly recommend it. I don't want to give off too much. I want you guys to go read this. And but yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. If I had to rate it, it'd be a 7.5 out of 10. Good book. Alright, this next book is a promo for my dad. If you guys watched my latest YouTube video book review, I had one of my dad's books, The Prophecy of the Two, on there. But he also has another book out called Lessons of Life from a Dad to His Son. Look at that. It's not really like a story with it. Like if you look at this, when you're in your 20s, you still don't know anything. You'll understand it in your 30s. Give at least one compliment a day. It'll make someone's day better. It's basically like a goal book or something. Like there's no way to explain. It's lessons. There you go. Read like a page a day and you get 2 lessons in there. Honestly, it's a great read. I highly recommend it. I'm not just saying that because I'm the son of the author, but if you want something to give all you dads out there, if you want to get something that you want to give your son, give them this. It's lessons, notes, and wisdom. Because we all know that older people are wiser, apparently. But highly recommend it. It's not even like, look how big the text are. I mean, honestly, you could probably fit everything in 3 pages. Oh wait, let me read this one. This one's my favorite. Get a real Christmas tree the day after Thanksgiving instead of a fake one. Enjoy the holidays. Okay, we have a fake tree. But I'll get into. I think you know what? I'll talk about that in this episode after book review. But 10 out of 10. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the author. I'm not the son of the author. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend it. Go buy it. Everything will be in the description. All right. We have 2 more books. I think we're gonna talk about this one first, and then we'll go on a rant about that one. I read this one last summer in Utah. War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. If you notice a pattern, I'm an H.G. Wells fan. He's probably one of my favorite authors. But the War of the Worlds. If you guys don't know about this book, back when radio was a thing and TV wasn't, they had a reading of this book on the radio, like a movie kind of thing. But people got freaked out so much because the words in this book are so realistic, like you can actually see it in your mind. People thought there was actually aliens taking over, and they had to cancel this. But this book is so good. It's I always do this thing. Let me check how long the page is. 206 pages for this copy. I highly recommend this book. I love this book. The movies are okay, but I highly recommend getting this one. And yeah, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. All right, for my next book, my last book, I read this book freshman year in high school, and I have some words about this book. I love this book. I made the mistake of reading part 2 first. My friend, okay. When your school forces you to read a book, it's kind of unnecessary because they don't want to read something like this. I could understand why people wouldn't want to read this one. It's called To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Now, my parents can even tell you I made the mistake of not reading it, and I almost failed the class because of this. But then once I started reading from part 2. And this book has so much detail in it. Harper Lee did an amazing job with it. I've not read the next book yet. Maybe that'll be in the next book review. But Harper Lee did such a great job, and she did a great writing with this. I hope she rests in peace. She did pass away. But I do have some words about this book. Recently, this book is on the ban list in public schools with Catcher in the Rye. Now, I can get why this book is being banned for the overuse of the N-word. But that was their time. I mean, hold on. Let me see if I can find what, like, decade this was in. I don't know. But it was written in a time where black people weren't being treated right. The whole story is it's following Scout, that's the main character's name. Dad Atticus, he's in a something with the law. He's defending a African American male who's being accused of murdering a white girl. I'm sorry, raping a white girl. And he says that he didn't, but back in those days, if you're black, you were obviously you were the person. And it shows Scout's perspective on this and why it's wrong and all that. Honestly, it's a great book. 10 out of 10. Go read this one. It's in the book club page. But honestly, I love this book so much. I'm so glad I got to read. I'm so glad I read it. And I mean, I think if I turn to a page, you can find all my annotations. Some I don't know if you guys can see them, but I hate annotating. Let's talk about annotating. Why do we have to annotate books? Why do we have to write in a book and show similes and metaphors? Like, it's honestly stupid. But 10 out of 10 for this book. Highly recommend it. But yeah, that was book review. Now I was asked before. Let me pull it up. Let me pull this up real quick. Stats on reading. Now, I watched the reason why I got into reading books was because of PewDiePie. Fun fact, one of my favorite YouTubers. He did mention something. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up. Check out this article from Times. Study, the number of teens reading for fun keeps declining. honestly, I mean, I could see why. Um, I could see why. And my main purpose is I always make this clause in everything I say. The main purpose is being it's because of school. Schools force reading on kids when they should be. For instance, I could see why people would not want to read this book at the time. I mean, it talks about race. There's the N word in it. It's. I mean, I can understand. It's boring. I could there. I'll say it. It's boring. But but like people want to read like adventure. For example, I could see people reading this book over this book any day in school, but yet the education system forces kids to read something that they don't want to read, and that's why I honestly think it's declining. Because that's why I didn't want to read anymore. I was getting tired of schools telling me what to read. Oh, I want you to read Antigone. There was when I was in sophomore year, I didn't even read a single book because I did not care about them, and that's honestly why I think that's the school, reading for fun is declining is because of the school. If schools didn't force you to read a book and said, "Hey, go read a book you want to read. It has to be at least 15, 20 chapters, and do a book review or a book report on it." Then I'll get what then students will probably read more because then they'll find something that they like. For example, I never thought that I would like H.G. Wells until I read War of the Worlds, and then I read Dr. Moreau, which kind of wasn't really his best one, and then I read The Time Machine. I loved H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells is probably one of my favorite authors. Same for Stephen King. I thought I would never like Stephen King, but then I read what was it? Skeleton Crew. That's what it was. I have the book in my bookshelf back there. Skeleton Crew. I never thought that I would like horror, but I love horror. And like you can ask so many people. I'm so into horror movies, and now that I read a horror book, it's so much cooler, and I actually want to read more horror. I want to read more adventure. I want to read more comedy. But if schools keep forcing us to read certain things, no one wants to read anymore. But I mean, that's honestly my opinion. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, I think. What else could we talk about? I think that's gonna be the. I think that's everything that we've talked about today. Let me mention this again. For audio listeners, you don't have to listen on Spotify. You guys don't have to listen on Apple Podcasts. You guys can listen on to my website. Let me pull that up again. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep this up. My website. Check out my website. It is so cool. You got all my links right here. You can go with my YouTube channel. You can listen because I'm only uploading the documentaries to my channel and my website. But go check out the website. It's free. It's free. What else would you want? I mean, Disney Plus is $7 a month. This one's free. This one's free. What else do you want? All right, I think we are going to end the show. Um, to all you video and audio listeners, thank you guys for watching or listening. Um, it's a good. Let me talk about when we're gonna come back. This is episode 1 for the live stream. We are still in season 3. But we are going. I don't think the next episode will be up until January of TCLive. The reason being is that we're still doing the documentary of Inside the Musical World. We are, I want to say, we're like almost done. If I could put a number on it, we're like 65% done. We're almost done with it. I'm very excited to bring this to you guys to do this. And we're doing something cool with it. We're going to be doing a premiere with it. But I hope you guys like it. We're gonna do a big premiere on YouTube with it, where everybody can watch it together live. You guys can put in the chat. You guys can talk to me because I'll be watching it too. Um, but I'll probably be releasing more info probably Thanksgiving week. So about not this week coming up, but the following week. Um, we'll be releasing so much stuff about it. I'm actually very excited to bring this. I'm working with so many good people, and the music. Oh my gosh, the soundtrack for this documentary is gonna be fire. um, but yeah, I'm very excited to bring this to you guys, and but yeah, probably the next Trinch Up Alive episode will probably be sometime in January because I'm taking a break from YouTube for a couple months, so I'll be doing podcasts more, probably every like Saturday maybe. I don't know, whenever I have free time. but but thank you guys so much for watching. For you guys, for video listeners, and thank you guys for listening to the audio people. Just don't forget, all videos will be on YouTube also, so you guys can go check that out. The only reason why we're doing live on Facebook because of copyright issues. So in case we do show copyrighted music or something, we won't get as in trouble as we would on YouTube. But yeah, we'll be on this one will be on YouTube. It's just that the live streaming people will get everything first. But guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. Eva, anything to say? Nope. All right. All right, guys, we're gonna be out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys were so great, and hope we can make another one soon. All right. Bye, guys.